Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wannabes podcast. I'm Morgan, that's Dreaded, my co host, and then we are joined by none other than the beautiful French Kitty, who is our special guest this evening. Hello, thank you for joining us.
Hello. I didn't do
Um,
anything to Luke, I swear.
uh,
No,
I
I
no,
I
I
did
did.
actually. No,
Oh
I
my gosh,
did.
both of
We
you. Both of you.
We were in on it. We tag teamed
listen,
him.
listen, listen, listen. We still argued about the whole product placement in movies. It got heated, and I might have knocked his ass out. He had it coming.
Cloudbot.
So, yep, that's how
Why
it
is
went
our
down.
Cloudbot being weird? Anyway,
Hmm?
real quick, everybody, if you aren't aware or you haven't seen the title of tonight's episode, we are actually going to be reviewing none other than Five Nights at Freddy's 2, which, Kitty, you were with us for the first review of the first film. Sorry, I almost stumbled and called you KP, and I didn't want to confuse
That's
people. She's KP on our
fine.
other show, guys. Just saying. Uh,
It's fine.
but yeah. So I'm I'm interested to see what y'all thought because we had our opinions about the first one, and well, let's be honest, chat and listeners out there, we watched Five Nights at Freddy's 2 for you, so you didn't have to. So
Oh,
we're
I
gonna get into it. We'll get into it.
for you. I watched it because of you guys. That's why I watched it.
I watched
Did
it
I do?
for the viewers out there.
I did too.
Alrighty then.
Apparently, we care about you more than Dreaded does.
Maybe you do. I'm cynical. I was ready. I was not. I did not want to watch this movie.
I would watch the
I would say
Avatar, like I would literally watch Avatar: The Last Airbender movie for our viewers. I would do that for them because I
I've
will go see the movies that so they don't have to.
I've suffered through that movie enough now. I,
It was just
I
the
have
worst one
suffered through
that
that
popped in my head.
movie enough.
I will deal with the little things again.
Okay, now that's actually saying something. That's saying something.
I will put in that pain and agony on myself for our viewers.
You know what? All right, fair enough. Wow, that's like the movie I hear you hate. That's like the one movie that's brought up this whole podcast series that you and Luke just hate the most. The most.
I
Even
have not rated a film worse than it yet. And that is
shit.
the close
Wow.
second. The close second was that Steamboat Willie one we watched earlier in the year.
Oh yeah, that's gonna. I don't want to talk.
What
Let's
was the
move
name
on. I
of
don't
it?
want to think about that fucking. It's
What
Screamboat.
was
It's
the
called Screamboat.
Screamboat? That was what it
I
was.
was like, did you guys play Infestation
No,
Origins
no.
No, no, it's a terrible movie on Peacock that I don't even know how I got through that shit.
again?
All
Well,
right.
okay,
Well,
so
everybody, before we dive into our movie review, as we do very commonly on the show, we are going to talk about entertainment news. So, with that being said, Dreaded, please take us away and what news you got for us.
all right, so let's start with the most recent thing that actually came out literally about 7 hours ago, and that we were actually just talking about off camera, where starting in 2029, the Oscars will be streaming exclusively on YouTube. No more ABC or whatever channels they went on. Nope. YouTube Oscar stream actually. So that's something. That's actually
So,
yes.
I saw a post about it, but was too busy to like actually deep read into it. So my question is it YouTube or is it going to be on YouTube TV?
I
Because
think it's stream
if
I
it's
think it's
on
in
YouTube
YouTube.
TV, it's gonna be blocked by, it's gonna be monetarily blocked.
I believe it is just YouTube. No, it doesn't say
It's
TV,
YouTube.
just YouTube.
Because YouTube TV is a streaming service that pushes out channels, so it will still have your ABC, NBC, CBS, all of that stuff. It's
Yeah.
YouTube.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Just making sure. But
Yeah.
well, that's awesome because then Dreaded, we could do like how KP and I do on Techeries for the Game Awards. We do a watch party. We could do an Oscars watch party.
We could do that. I just hope they're not so boring. Call Will Smith and Chris Rock again. That'll be fun.
Well, you know what? That's the best part about it, though, is the fact that you can now do that. And like, even if they are boring, like that's where you guys come in and you be like, all right, this movie was just awful. I can't believe it won, like that kind of stuff.
We get to
But
talk,
with the
like
fact that it's
chat, maybe drink
you're right.
alcohol while we do the watch party.
Yeah,
Oh
there you
God,
go.
that sounds like the best idea ever. Okay, deal. 2029, we're doing it. Oh,
If we can do
live
it
watch
sooner,
party.
I will see if we can do it sooner.
There it works too, actually.
Perfect.
I am surprised though that the Oscars are cutting their contract with ABC though, which is fascinating. With
Yeah.
why it's
I
moving out
want
to YouTube.
I wanna know why. Is it just
Me
a
too.
like, is it just monetarily YouTube's like, "Yo, we got that cash. Come over here." Or because that'll be a massive viewership because everybody watch because it's not just the Oscars. For example, if we were to watch the Oscars, I would watch for the award ceremony, not the whole red carpet that leads up to it because that's just a really long live
Fluff.
stream.
It's
Yeah.
A lot of fluff, but people eat up the fluff. So
yeah.
just knowing having those concurrent viewers over on YouTube would be massive for YouTube. So I want to know, is it a money thing or is there bad blood between them and ABC?
I mean, it
Well,
could be a
no,
rating thing. I mean,
That
to be
could be.
honest, I
That
know
could be.
ratings for that has not been so great lately, especially with the fact that they went from having a host to like, we're not doing a host. And then it was a conglomeration of like a whole bunch of different people. And then they were like,
Mhm.
oh no, we're bringing back the host now. And
Yeah.
even then, like, and the host hasn't been strong enough from some of the ones that we've had before. So it's been really hard to like have people come and watch it. And their ratings haven't been like as strong as they used to be. So I think it's a ratings issue.
I'm with Kitty
That's fair.
there.
That's
The
fair.
last time I think the last time I heard anyone talk anything about the Oscars was literally Chris Rock and Will Smith. Actually, other than that, I don't
Yeah.
think it has been brought up since then. Actually, so
Yeah,
and that's
aside from us reporting on them, there
pretty
hasn't
much.
been any big news at them. So, hmm. Well, we'll
Did
see.
they?
I do think that's a big part of it though, because you also think about it. Who A lot of people don't watch it the way they've been traditionally airing it anymore. That's not how people
Mm-mm.
I don't have regular cable in my home. And the
Yeah.
other places that you can usually stream it on sometimes are usually behind a pay block and I may not own them or pay for a subscription, so I just well, whatever. I'll catch it when things actually go onto YouTube.
There you go.
Now, does Oscars have a YouTube channel on their own?
I
The
could look it
Academy
up.
Awards?
They
Or is it under the Academy Awards or like,
Let me look.
like that's what I'm wondering. Because if that's the case, then they're becoming their own entity, right, on their own. So like when they do this, if they do need to do commercial breaks or anything of that matter, just like we did with, the Game Awards, they can make that money back for themselves and build
So
that
the
pot.
Oscars do have their own YouTube channel.
Okay. Which then they can still run their own, commercials like they did, like I said, for the Game Awards,
Yep.
and they can sell at a higher price for those. I mean, we saw that with the Game Awards itself, where, a commercial on its own was like $1 million or something like that. And I was like, that's
Mhm.
nice. I wish I had that money. But it's all theirs. They're not having to split it with, well, they have to split it with YouTube, but beyond that, they're not splitting it with the networks. So like ABC's not going to get a cut in 2029. It'll just go be between YouTube and them and whatever YouTube's cut is for it. But majority of it will be probably with the Oscars, which will then be put back into their pool.
Yeah, I mean, they actually post videos regularly as well. They're
well,
they get an average of 32,000 to 13,000, depending
Hmm.
on what it is. Others are higher, others are lower than that. It just varies on the title that they actually have posted and how niche or unniche that it is.
I'll take 13,000.
Yeah, right.
this year's Oscar is sponsored by the One Piece podcast.
Woo!
Or
Yeah.
they could sponsor us.
Oh, that too. Hey, Oscars. Give us a call, all right? We'll make it more fun. We'll bring you some views.
By the way, if you
Hey.
guys want a third person and Luke doesn't want to do it, just let me know.
We'll do.
All right,
All right, what do you
y'all.
got next for us?
All right, so next up, first off, let's dive into some of the more somber stuff. Actually, the sad stuff. Let's
Okay.
start with the one you guys told me about that I actually forgot about. Rob Reiner. So, tragically, Rob Reiner, who was an American filmmaker and actor, has sadly died at the age of 78 on December 14th this year. Actually,
hmm
Alongside
it
his
is
wife.
alongside his
Yeah,
wife.
he
Yes,
was
that's
found
correct.
inside this home with his wife, and they were stabbed. Yeah.
Yes. And there's an ongoing investigation. There has been arrests and made, and now we just see what's going on there. And we're not going to say much else, otherwise we might get our asses sued.
Well, I mean, we could say that his son is in custody, is facing charges. That's okay to say. We just can't say that he did it. Like, that's a
Yeah.
no-no.
Yeah.
Okay, fair
Like
enough.
basically
Yeah.
they have current evidence pointing to him, but they are still continuing that investigation to confirm it. There is also, I've recently heard as of today, there's also talks that it could have been their daughter, but that is why the investigation is ongoing and they're, trying to determine who is the actual one who did the murder.
Well, we will see, and let's see where that investigation takes us.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have
But
to let everybody know the final update once we get word.
but R.I.P. to both Rob and Michelle.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And sadly, Rob and Michelle aren't the only actors who sadly died, because Jeff Garcia, who was a known comedian who was mostly known for the voice of Sheen Estevez from Jimmy Neutron, along with Pip from Barnyard series, and one of the penguins from Happy Feet, also died recently, at the age of 50, on the 10th actually, where he suffered a brain aneurysm, which caused him to
Oh,
collapse and hit his head. Yikes.
Wow.
wow.
Yeah, Mr. Garcia had a couple of health issues leading up to his untimely death, and unfortunately, we've lost him. It's a shame because I recognize his voice almost anywhere.
Yeah. I know that we
And oh,
also. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
go ahead, Morgan.
Continue.
No, no, go ahead. Finish your thought.
Was it on this person? Because mine is not.
No. Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Okay. So the
That's why I said go ahead.
sorry, I'm trying to get the guy's name 'cause I'm blanking on it. But the actor who plays Crowley in Supernatural, Mark Shepard, though luckily has not passed. He actually just had multiple heart attacks. He's been struggling with some health
Wow.
issues, and he's currently recovering from that as well.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was gonna say also, if you guys didn't see, Peter Green also passed away. He was in The Mask. He was in Pulp Fiction. He was
Mhm.
60 years old. So that was kind of surprising as well. They don't know what was his cause of death, so that's
Right.
still a mystery at this time. But that was kind of a shocker this week also.
Wow.
So
Yeesh.
a lot of deaths.
So sad.
So sad, everyone. 1 minute of silence. One minute of silence over. All right. So now that we got the more somber things out of the way, how about we talk about a couple of trailers actually instead?
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
So let's start with our short teaser for the upcoming live-action Street Fighter movie, which will be released on October 16th in 2026.
This was announced during
Nice.
the Game Awards.
Yep. All right, I'm going to start this off right now. That's saying I'm actually not really a Street Fighter fan, so it's
Mhm.
not that I
Because
don't necessarily. Yeah, okay, so yeah, but he's not here because I kicked his ass.
excuse you,
I mean, we might have, but I mean, I was throwing
You
more
tag
punches,
teamed.
definitely.
You tag teamed, okay? Just like in Street Fighter, you tag teamed. It's okay.
yeah, beat him up on both sides.
Fair
That's right.
enough. We was juggling his ass. We hit him with a 15 hit combo.
I am
But
curious about this one though, because it was made back in I think 1997. It might be off a few years.
Look it up.
With uh oh my gosh, Van Damme. He was in it. And I know that one was kind of cheesy and campy. So I'm kind of curious if they're going to go campy and cheesy like that one, or if they're going to go a little bit more serious, because I know like Mortal Kombat tends to edge towards more campy also. So I'm curious, like, was I wrong on the year or was I right?
1987.
Oh, 87. I was off by a lot.
You were off by
Like, a
10
lot.
whole years.
10 whole
Damn.
years. I knew it was 7. I just couldn't remember
That's
if it was
fair.
8 or 7 or 9. Yeah. But I'm going off of memory. Nothing is up right now. So, but yeah, no, I am curious to see like if they're gonna go campy, if they're gonna go serious. I'm really not sure based on the trailer or anything that we've seen
Part
from
of
it.
me wants to say campy, or maybe
Mhm.
maybe honestly, I think it's gonna be a little bit of like a melody of both.
Mhm.
Only because of the chemistry that we saw of the cast on the stage during the Game Awards when they announced
Oh,
and revealed the teaser.
yeah, they were insane.
They had a couple good shots for sure before going on that stage,
For
I'm pretty
sure.
sure. But, just seeing the chemistry that they have, I could see them potentially having a little bit. I don't think they may not go full campy, but I could see there being like good campy elements that are there for the humor. Um
Mhm.
kind of like what we see in Mortal Kombat. If we compare it to Mortal Kombat, though, I do think it'll have I think Mortal Kombat will be considered the slightly serious toned one over
Mhm.
Street Fighter, but I do think Street Fighter will be a mixture of campy and serious potentially.
What
There
I
we
would
go.
love though is if you guys did the 1987 one and then the new one, just to see the comparison level of it. Like, how did they do? Did they do better? I know don't get me wrong, graphics and special effects and all of that stuff is going to be a whole different, can of worms and everything. But
Oh,
overall,
I'm
like,
sorry. The original Street Fighter movie was 1994.
oh, well, then I was only off by like 3.
The 87 was the OG game.
Oh
Oh,
Lord.
My
wow, thanks,
bad.
Morgan.
My
Okay, so
bad.
no, it's all good. But I'm just saying, like, even 1994, if you compare 94 to 25, right?
hmm
We're talking like completely different graphics,
I mean,
special
we did the
effects.
same thing for what with Mortal Kombat, so we could easily do something like that.
Yeah, I think that would be really cool.
All right, all right.
Dreaded's over there, like, okay,
Oh
moving
no,
on.
you guys got more to say about it. I mean, because like again, I'm not a Street Fighter guy at all,
I've
really.
never played Street
I
Fighter.
so I
Don't you
actually
own it?
so I actually did play Street Fighter, and Street Fighter was the first fighting game I played when I used to be a caddy, and I was like in like middle school. So it's kind of like this weird nostalgia part of me that's
Fair,
like
fair.
kind of close to it, but not like so
I
close that I know the lore very well because I don't. The
Yeah,
lore is I just
I
play
know
the game.
Luke like played the games religiously and he knows the lore. Where
Yeah.
for me, I was, and I know he also knows Mortal Kombat, but I was the Mortal Kombat girl,
Mhm.
not the Street
Yeah,
Fighter
I
girl.
played that too. And then I played Soul Calibur.
Yeah,
I'm so confused.
as
I
you
know
do.
I played that at your house. I know I played that at your house.
Maybe Dan has it. I do not know if I have it.
Okay, maybe that's what it is.
Maybe we got it for free from our PlayStation Plus subscription.
Maybe so.
Mm,
But no, Street Fighter wasn't me. I was Mortal Kombat
hmm
and I was Tekken.
Yeah,
nice.
Speaking of which,
I
where's
I
our?
didn't
Oh,
play a lot of Tekken, but I did play a little bit of it.
I don't want a Tekken movie. I want a Tekken series. Actually, I think that would work good as a series.
Fair,
There's
totally
some that
fair.
I sit back and I think would this be better as a series as opposed to like, a movie? Like for instance, with Mortal Kombat, you have the towers. Like that would be
Hmm.
kind of cool to do as a
Boy,
series instead of just like an actual movie itself. Like I think that would be pretty impressive to see.
all
But
right, so yeah, Street Fighter come through. Most like we'll probably definitely review that on the podcast at the insistence of probably Luke, and he will definitely have to be the lore person for it as well
hmm
because I know Street Fighter has some cray lore. But Street Fighter's not the only trailer we got because on the 10th we got our first look at season 2 of the live action Avatar: The Last Airbender, a series that I was surprised I like a lot, like really
Yeah, they're
like.
doing well with it.
Yeah, it visually looks great. I'm not gonna lie, they might have waited a little too long to make this because Aang looks like a grown ass man now.
Bro went through a growth spurt,
Yep.
but that is the problem you always run into when you're working with younger actors. Look, it happened in Stranger Things.
True.
So, like it's gonna happen. Um it's just I don't know, it's one of those things where I'm kind of here for an older looking Aang. Like it didn't bother me in the obviously the animation when I was younger, but now I feel like it kind of works. Like having like an older growth to him, it helps me. It doesn't help me, but I'm gonna say it helps me deal with the actual ending relationship of him and Katara together because it should have
Fair
been her
enough.
and Zuko, but
No, no, leave it alone right now. We're not going there. Absolutely not. No, 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 no.
Uh-uh.
Zuko should
Mm.
hit up June back in Bossing say.
I
Oh,
mean,
what was I say?
I'm okay with
I'm
that.
sorry. I'm not a big fan of. I'm not a big fan of Maya actually. I mean, I don't dislike her as a character, but I don't know. But
Same.
also, it's kind of
I
funny when
feel
you
you.
think about it because when Avatar, the animated show, season 2 dropped, Aang's voice did get deeper actually. So
Yeah.
kind of in a way it works, just in a funny way. But we get let's look at Katara again, Sokka, May and Ty Lee, Suki, Azula. Also, fun fact: the actor who plays Azula is actually dating the actor who plays Dustin in Stranger Things. So that's funny. You mentioned Stranger Things.
Nice.
But not only that, we get our first look at Toph. And she looks pretty good. I mean, well, yeah. Wait, hold on. How do I word that? Hold that shot. Shut up. I'm not Diddy. Look, Toph looks accurate. There we go. That's more like it.
Yes.
I also want to say too that Zuko's got a new look in here too. He's got his hair grown out, and it's looking.
Which we do see that happen.
Yeah, that is true.
I'm
He
here
goes
for
from the ponytail to some rough looking hair to longer hair. Sorry. So I got to yawn. I'm trying to fight the urge to yawn.
Oh my god. I've been dragging today. Don't yawn. You're gonna start a chain.
I will.
I'm
I will
gonna
do my
die
best.
over here.
Nope, stop talking about yawning. Also, I gotta say too, the visual of how Toph sees using earthbending actually is quite accurate to the show, and I actually really like it too.
Yeah. I like how they also like crafted that visual because that was one thing I talked about even with Aang and how they really show the use of wind because it's something
Mm-hmm.
that you can't always see and catch. So I do like how they do that.
Yeah.
I think they've done that very well.
Now I am curious on which episodes they're gonna adapt and how much they're gonna change because the first season changed up a lot actually and adapted different things in different areas and everything. So I'm wondering how things will get shifted in this season actually. But they better keep Earth Rumble 6 because I want to know who plays the boulder.
Yeah.
Which
Agreed.
someone call please. It'd be so funny if you just called The Rock, who the boulder was actually based off of, but was voiced by Mick Foley. It would come full circle.
It'd be kind of funny. Not gonna lie.
But so yeah, I am excited for this. One other thing too is I think this was a little criticism I had about the first season, although I didn't hate it at all, nothing like that. I hope the earthbending looks more powerful, I guess. Because all the other bending looked like it worked, but the earthbending somehow felt quote unquote a little lazy. But like the effect was good. It's just the motion, the range of motion of the actors just feel like they weren't putting enough power behind it. That's my only thing.
Well, we'll see if Toph brings it.
So we will see. We will see. And the last bit of thing of news we can talk about is we can talk about Markiplier's Iron Lung. And hold on a sec, I am being texted by someone. So hopefully I don't get interrupted.
In
Sorry.
terms of no, you're good. In terms of the Iron Lung, I am very interested in it, but I know you guys are even more so than I am because I don't really know the game. Like I know the
I
story
don't know
of
the game either.
I know the story of like Markiplier and stuff getting into it. Like I know all that, but I don't like know the game itself.
Okay.
From what I gathered from the game, it's like you're in a vessel and the vessel and correct me if I'm wrong, Dread, because I know you know it more than I do. But the vessel is like slowly collapsing in on itself and everything. So like there's like a whole thing to it. I just don't know enough about it yet, which is why I'm waiting to dive into it so I can go in with like a fresh thing in my back of my brain and then go watch this movie. So that's what I've gathered from it so far. It's like it's supposed to be. He said this is supposed to be the bloodiest movie he ever out there, and I'm just like, oh no. I can't wait to see though how he incorporates the anglerfish though, because I'm like, that's a freaking anglerfish.
All
I'm so
right.
lost with you saying there's an anglerfish.
So how much do you actually want me to say about the game? Or
I mean, it's fine. I just wanna. I'm still gonna watch his playthrough and like understand like his mindset and everything. So going into the
okay.
movie, I have a good idea behind it. But no, go for it.
Okay, so Iron Lung is actually so you control an unnamed convict. Basically, you're in a futuristic space-like world where you are tasked to operate a submarine, a bad submarine in an ocean of blood. All you have to do is go to different points and take a photo of the point they want you to take a photo of, and then you go to the next one. You cannot see outside the submarine. You have to rely only on your coordinates, actually, but you
Mm.
also always hear a variety of different sounds. Your oxygen keeps going lower, and
Okay.
it just keeps getting a little more scary, uncomfortable. And some of the pictures you take might catch something else, and then you take another one, and then it's gone. Now the game
Okay.
also does so. When the game initially came out, the lore was there, but it wasn't a whole lot. One of the updates actually gave the submarine a terminal where you can look up a few things actually and learn some new lore within the world actually. So I'm not gonna go super into that yet. I say we'll go more deeper into it when we either review the film or if we ever want to have another Iron Lung discussion, though. But
Okay.
there is lore that I actually know of, and it comes down to some things you have to theorize, and
Mhm.
some things you sort of have answers to, and then there's some things that it seems like the world knows, but they don't tell us,
Hmm.
including said anglerfish, which is interesting, especially if you get into the lore. Like, wait a minute, so y'all knew something about this, huh? Okay, I see how it is. But yeah, I'm excited. I've been waiting for this movie since it was announced because I am a fan of Iron Lung, and I'm a fan of Mark's playthrough of Iron Lung. And
I love
also,
the fact though that he played this and then was like, I want to make a movie out of this. Like that's so ambitious just alone. So like I'm excited that he wants to do this. You know
I
what I mean?
said
Like,
that.
well, no, I just find it so ambitious. Like, and I know like I know Morgan, like there's things that you've played that you're like, this would be so cool as a movie and stuff like that. But like the fact that he has, a shit
He
ton
has
of
a
money. So
lot
like,
more money behind him than I do.
right,
If I had
right.
Markiplier money, I would definitely be working on my Destiny TV show right now.
But
So
it
I
would
want to make
still be ambitious, and I would call you ambitious for
yeah,
it,
no, for
because
sure, for
like,
I,
sure.
yeah,
I want to make a
yeah,
Lethal Company miniseries, specifically a
that would
miniseries.
be
Ooh,
amazing.
that would be
Actually,
good.
content warning would be even funnier as a TV
Oh
series.
God! Hey, after the podcast, maybe I'll give you my idea of the Lethal Company series I have. But one of the biggest reasons I'm happy that this is happening because I feel like we're about to start entering an age where some of the most popular YouTubers are starting to just make their own cinema actually too.
Mhm,
Because
mhm.
earlier this year, me and Luke reviewed a movie Shelby Oaks, which was directed by Chris Stugman, who's a well-known critic online actually. And that is
Okay.
another movie that I was hella excited for because I had extensive knowledge and lore of it actually.
Right.
So first we get Chris Stuckman with Shelby Oaks. Next we're gonna get Mark Iron Lung, and I think Jacksepticeye is also working on a movie at the moment too. If
I
you
wouldn't
go
be
to his
surprised.
Instagram, he has a post on it, but I haven't looked into what he's making right now.
Okay.
So at the moment, yeah, but I think we're entering a new age of YouTubers making movies, and shit, who knows? Maybe they might just show Hollywood how to make some fun movies again.
That'd be nice.
Exactly. Hey, we'll be next. We will be next. We got a few things we got to make.
You're right, we do.
There you go. We'll
Was
get
there
there.
any other news?
I think that was all the news. That actually was all the news. Everything else in my bookmarks is not and it is not safe to talk about right now.
Oh
But how can
boy.
That's for
All right.
wannabes after dark.
Oh.
I not? Hey, why haven't we done that before? Wannabes After Dark. Let's talk about pornos.
I was gonna say, Wannabes After Dark will probably still get like everything axed.
Wannabes After Dark. Live on Pornhub. There we go.
We
That's what we do.
we scroll rule 34. No, I'm kidding. But
Oh,
Wannabes
okay,
after
okay.
dark, only on OnlyFans.
oh man.
Oh, Graham, if you're listening, there you go. You got my OnlyFans.
All right, everyone. Well, with that, we're going to actually dive into none other than our Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie review. So, yeah.
I don't know how much I'd be pumping.
Woot, woot,
I don't
woot, woot.
know, guys.
All right, y'all.
You want me to start with box office?
Please start with the box office news.
Alrighty, alrighty. Alright, so the budget for this film, firstly, is reported to be between 36 and 51 million US dollars. But if I scroll on down to the box office information, in the United States and Canada, Five Nights at Freddy's 2 opened on December 5th, 2025. It made 24.5 million on its first day, including 7.2 million in Thursday night previews. The film grossed 63 million in its opening weekend, reaching number 1 at the domestic box office. As of December 15th, 2025, Five Nights at Freddy's has grossed 96.8 million in the United States and Canada and 78.3 million in other territories, for a current worldwide total of 175.1 million. And yeah, like I said, it was produced on a budget of somewhere between 36 and 51 million. So it's made its money
Did,
back and then some.
did
There
this
you
one
go.
do better than the other one? The first one?
Let me pull up the first one and double check.
I'm just curious.
Yeah, no, I actually usually have those up. My bad.
First movie made 297.1 million, and this one has made 175.1 million. So still working his way up there.
Okay. And how much was the budget on the first one?
The first
20
one
million.
was 20, yeah. So
20
this
million?
one had a bigger budget because it was 36 to 51 for
Okay.
2. But to
All
be
right.
fair, we're looking. Hold on, Dreaded. Let me look at, because the 297.1 million box office number is for its entire stint in the box office. Let me
Oh,
look at
fair
its
enough.
opening weekend. Let's see. So in the United States and Canada, Five Nights at Freddy's was released. Well, I don't care about that. So after making, nope, hold on. Just give me the information.
Tell me the news. Give me the numbers.
Okay, so it ended up debuting to 80 million, topping the box office.
Mhm.
So it's was that domestic? They worded this really weird on the article that I have.
It could be worldwide.
That we're looking at least at 80 million. For
Okay.
Yeah.
that, it's either that could be domestic, that could be, I think that's domestic, because it's talking about like its it was talking about like its predictions and such.
Okay.
So at least
I
for
got you.
at least 80 million, potentially a little more.
Well, alrighty then. Anyway, let's start talking about the damn movie actually now.
Well, where do
Okay.
y'all want to start?
Well, let's start off with a little synopsis of the movie actually real quick,
Sure,
because set a year after the previous film, it follows Abby Schmidt as she reconnects with her animatronic friends,
Damn it,
leading
Abby.
to events that reveal the origins of FNAF. I just said FNAF. What the fuck? Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. I gotta stop doing that. My goodness. So this movie is a adaptation of the second game in the series, actually. However, it actually has quite a few nods to other things. Holy shit. But we'll get into that. So yeah, this is the film that features the toy animatronics and the withered animatronics and the other location, actually. However, the way the timeline works is quite jumbled in this movie. But you know what? I'm not gonna try to be a bitch about that, actually.
Do it. Do
All
it.
right. Oh, okay, fine. Let's be a bitch about it. That's very incorrect, because this location with the
It's
toy
not the second
animatronic,
one.
yes, it's not. It's the second location. Like the OG animatronics we saw in I'm just gonna say the first film are supposed to be the original. Then the toys came. The withered ones we see are the original. Like they were left just to be decomposed, scrapped, and used for spare parts for the toy animatronics. This movie flips it, actually, as the toy animatronics and the marionette and everything came first, and then the other location came second. And, well, that's a very interesting change, because the reason I'm not going to be a bitch about it is because in the game, there's a very specific function that the toy animatronics have that's not in the movie actually. So that's why I don't want to be a complete bitch about it. Because the game establishes that the toy animatronics are tied to a criminal database to keep any unwanted visitors out. But the movie switches that, so it's still a little weird. But at the same time, I'm not gonna like act like it's the worst thing, I guess. So there's that. So yeah, that's switched up. I also will say, well, actually, I want to talk about some of the set. Let's talk about like some of the set design actually first. Actually, let's start there because that's always a good positive to talk about with these movies. Because once again, looks great. It really does. It really does. The toy animatronics are very, very motherfucking accurate to the toy animatronics in the second game.
Oh, but like in
Same,
design?
yes, in
Yeah,
design,
yeah, they
yes.
are.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree with that. Which I appreciate that.
hmm That was definitely the actual set of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza when it was actually active and open was actually a pretty cool place. It even had a little boat ride. I actually, who am I kidding? I'm not singing a boat ride there. What the fuck?
I'm like, I don't remember the boat ride from
No,
the
that's
game.
no, that's a movie original. I'll give the movie credit for that too. Like they
I
took
mean,
some
it
creative
was,
liberties.
yeah, I mean, that was fine. I just was like, oh, well, I wish we saw more in the game now.
Yeah, that's an original thing. So sets and everything, all the animatronics look great. Hell, the withered animatronics look great too. Actually,
They
Hmm.
did.
yeah, withered Freddy actually does the pose he does when he's in the office and when he's about to kill you. Actually, I was like, ah, I caught that. Now I will say one negative. Withered Chica wasn't as creepy.
I actually agree.
No.
I like how creepy Wither Chica looks
Yeah,
in
Withered
the
Chica
game.
in the game, like the fact that her arms are always like T posing actually with that messed up beak and those big ass eyes, like that was a creepy animatronic, like hella creepy. The movie, I mean, she's still messed up and everything like that. It's just, it's kind of funny that the lack of T posing surprisingly just made her less creepy,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe the fact that they walk and move a little too much as well. Because no, seriously, because that was one of the criticisms I had in the first movie was like, you know what, the fact that you didn't really see them move in the game added to that eerie factor of them. I think the fact that
Mhm.
they're full of movement and animated doesn't make them very creepy in the movie. So the
Right.
designs are good, they're just not actually scary now.
Yeah, like the whole narrative of like this conversation that we have, between Chica and Abby. Just like, it's okay, we're
Oh my
together
god.
now. Like it's supposed to be creepy and everything else, but I think there's just this like weird like lack of concern from the adults for the majority of the film of her connection and her obsession to machines that would have ended up killing her, and she's technically aware of that information. And
hmm
I think that that also pulls me away from like the creepy factor. It's like, well, the most like they care, but it's like they care, they don't care as much as they should, in my opinion, until it is the right time in the movie to care as much as they should.
hmm
So
I think
like
the thing that really irritated me the most about Abby is the fact that she goes through these tantrums, right?
yeah.
And that's the biggest thing that just irritates me. It's like her brother's like, they're bad for you. And she's just like in this tantrum of, no, they're my friends. I want to be with my friends. And I'm like, okay, but they will murder you. Like, does that not mean anything to you? No, they'll not murder me. They won't touch me. It'll be fine. Mm, I think you might want to think
You
that about that
literally know
again.
they've killed children, girl. You've seen
Right.
the ghosts of the kids. Like,
Yeah. And it's like, it doesn't dawn on her that these kids are dead because of these animatronics,
yeah.
you
And like
know?
obviously
And
we
it's,
could play into like a mental health side of things, or like, there is also something wrong with Abby, which is why she is so blatantly ignores those important factors. But
mm,
on the other side of it, they don't give us any grounds to make those assumptions.
I'm gonna stop you guys actually real quick because I need to correct you guys on some stuff real quick actually. So, so let me start this off with saying that I'm not a big fan of Abby either because I just don't like the animatronic friendship storyline at all. That's my thing, actually.
Same.
well, yeah,
I
I don't like
wanted
that
it to
However,
be a
either.
full on just I only cared about ever having Mike, and Mike surviving.
Fair enough. Although actually, it is established in the lore of the games actually that the animatronics, like the animatronics and stuff, didn't actually kill the kids. Actually, they're just stuffed in the
Well,
animatronic.
No,
sure.
right, but if the kids are stuffed in there, technically they died within the system. They died within the animatronic, right?
No, well, they weren't actually, the animatronic itself didn't kill. It was Springtrap, or should I say
Right.
William Afton? Like he killed them, then hid their bodies in
Oh
the
yeah, 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 yeah,
animatronic,
yeah.
and then
Right,
that's how they
but
became possessed.
They
And
right,
did.
but
the series does establish that they interact with kids fine, but adults is is the thing. Like they don't like adults. They're actually
Okay,
okay
fine.
with kids.
Then, like, girl, your friends are gonna end up killing your brother. Like,
Fair enough.
metal
right, but the
friends
thing
or
too
your
is
blood
like these
brother who
kids
takes
are.
care of you.
But the other
Yeah.
issue is like these kids are dead. Like that's also the other part that's weird about this whole thing of this. We're friends. We're in this great
She literally
relationship, like
draws
friendship.
them in her, like, the
Right.
extra
Like
kids in her
it's an
drawing.
obsession that she has, and she's throwing this tantrum because she thinks that these kids are the only kids that she can have in her life that are her friends. And that's the part that's getting to me and Morgan and why we're like, dude.
Like,
That's
on that point though, we literally see moments of, like, where there's that one kid in, like, her science class on the bus and everything, who,
Mhm.
like, is interested in becoming her friend and is actually, like, kind of sticking up for her and, like, helping her, but she, like, in a weird way, like, ignores him because of her
And pushes him
obsession
away.
for them, where it's like, I almost would have rathered bring new friend along, and now we at least have two weird children interested and obsessed with you. I don't know. I think there could have been more. I think that character was wasted in this story.
no, that's fair actually. That was one of my big problems with the first film too. I just did not like the Abby friendship with the animatronics, the storyline at all.
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't either, and
Abby
that
was
was the
never
big thing that I.
necessary. Like, we
Well,
have
I thought it
enough
was
for
so
two
awkward.
films.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But it was so
Yeah.
awkward, like building forts and having a good time and playing around and like sharing, stories. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This was
that was
weird.
that was like it was trying to, again, the first one was trying, in my opinion, to pull from multiple areas of the franchise, and it just came out and didn't fully work. Like, did you want to
It
be
came out,
creepy
like,
like the
too
first
muddled.
game?
Like,
Yeah, did
none
you
of
want to
it
be
had full proper standing.
like, you had aspects of the first game, you had aspects of the Silver Eyes book, then you had aspects of the later of the franchise where it became a bit more kid oriented to a degree.
Hmm.
It's just like it pulled in so many directions from so many areas, and then mixed it all, and that's why I ended up hating that movie actually.
Like, genuinely, I think I would have liked, like, first movie is Mike surviving, and, like, literally what we see kind of in the game, having more of, like, that, like, suspense thriller horror film. But also, we still meet Vanessa. And then movie number 2 is maybe Vanessa has this obsession, and she's trying to break free from it. So her way to break free is to go to where it started for her and to handle it. And Mike goes along because, well, love interests, and they already went through the first film together. Like, I think that would have been better if we just, in both films, took away Abby.
Fair enough. I ain't mad at that at all.
I'm
'Cause,
not
yeah,
mad at that either.
I'm not a fan of Abby really at all.
I think that would have made a better overall
Yeah. And
movie
it's not a
because
hatred, by the way, to the actress.
no,
It is just
No,
how they wrote her character.
the adaptation just doesn't stick well with her.
Agreed.
mm-mm. However, Mike, however, I do kind of mess with.
I like Mike. I also like Josh Hutcherson, though. I do like him a lot as an actor.
That's fair. But yeah, Mike Schmidt. Yep, I like him too. He just wants to move on, but everyone just won't let him, unfortunately.
Well, and he's still on the search to find his brother, which is, what we've come to understand. Like he
Right.
wants to know where his brother went that was taken. So like that's understandable. And like I don't feel like there's a super disconnect between what they try to do with the movie and like the game, but there is a little bit of a disconnect because we know in the second one like you're still working, like so there's that whole thing that just kind of got tossed to the side kind of situation.
Well, funny enough, because the second game is actually a prequel to the first game, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yep, but shoot.
But they still call it the second game, man.
Dude. Then, of course, you got Vanessa going through her trauma as well with the fact that her daddy is motherfucking William Afton, aka Stu. What the fuck is his last name? I can't remember. Played by Matthew Lillard. I like Matthew Lillard so much.
Matthew
Yeah.
Lillard's a really good actor.
I wish they did more with him in it, and as opposed to like the little
Same.
bit that they did.
He was still menacing enough, actually.
Oh yeah, no, he was. I just wished it
His
was a little bit more.
See, that's the thing. If we once again throw away Abby and we
We couldn't
focus
date now.
on
We're just throwing her out.
Vanessa's traumas and her trying to get through it, there would have been room for more William Afton,
There you
Yeah.
go. And
which
also, I gotta say
we want,
that
but
mother
maybe we didn't get that because I'm sure Matthew Lillard, out of the majority of the cast, is the biggest paycheck. So
probably so.
Oh yeah,
Although I gotta say
for
that
sure.
beginning, I will say though, that beginning though, where the little girl, Miss Charlotte Emily, trying to save that boy from Mr. Afton in that damn Springlock suit,
I liked that.
that's really eerie. That was eerie as hell.
So I for some reason when I first saw that I was like, are we doing? Because I got a little thrown off. Okay, because I was thinking it was like the day the bite that happened. It was that incident because it was kind of very similar. So I didn't try. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh no, we're going to the next part. We're going with the puppet. I got it. We're cool. I just got thrown off by like a hair, thinking like, where are we going with this whole thing? Because
Gotcha.
they both happen in very similar situation kind of setups, just different layouts of the
Mhm.
rooms.
Fair.
It's funny because yeah, this is actually more set up to be maybe more of an incident of the bite actually,
Hmm.
but because the incident of how Charlotte dies in the series is actually quite different as well as actually. But we
Hmm.
still got the point across that Charlotte was killed. But like again, that beginning part, fucking Mr. Afton in that suit with that damn knife is quite creepy. Wait, did
Oh
I just
yeah.
compliment this movie again? I'm gonna stop doing that. Stop complimenting this movie.
That's the thing, is there are areas of this movie where it is good, it is decent, or it looks good, or this specific scene was crafted very well, but there is so much other
Dumb.
stuff that is just unnecessary, or it muddles the plot. That plot wasn't fucking needed, all these different like things. Like, I think they took, like, they wanted to take, and how I look at it is, they're like, man, they love Five Nights at Freddy's. They want to include as much stuff as they could to make this like, man, for those who love the lore, they're gonna get all of these things. But then they made it too muddled. They did too much, and didn't sit back and remember that sometimes simpler is more.
Well, also they didn't take into the account that maybe some of the people watching the movie might not know the lore, and like you said, they threw so much in that they were trying to create as much as possible for the diehards, that the people that maybe who don't understand or know enough
Mhm.
about the actual lore get lost, and they're like, I don't know why this is happening, or like for instance, why we had the ghost hunters. Like, I get it, we wanted to show like murder, like cool, but at the same time I'm like, why?
Right,
They didn't
right.
add much, and I see that Reddit's frozen on us.
Yeah, his internet is screwing up on him. It happens once in a very rare blue moon.
That's all
Um,
right.
yeah, but it may end up
He looks very intent. He seems like he's really listening right now.
it may end up cutting on us, so we'll see where our cameras get messed up. Which, if they do,
Mhm.
they just
There he
did.
goes.
So with that, guys, while you can see me, until dreaded return,
Hi,
until
guys.
until Dreaded's internet returns and is back, um, we're gonna go to be right back, and
Okay.
yeah, we'll be back soon.
See you soon. He'll catch up.
Oh, thank goodness.
My microphone was muted. Look, he's back, and we're not small anymore.
I don't understand my internet half the time anymore, so
How
I don't
dare
know.
you? Well,
I
I
know,
know
right?
you missed
It's
what
all good.
KP was saying. So KP, you want to just start where you were left off at?
Yeah, so I was talking about how because Morgan mentioned that they people who are diehards are throwing all this lore in there and everything else that's muddling the actual storyline partway through it, and then you're confused. And I
Mhm.
said, but at the same rate, people who maybe don't know anything about this or have very little knowledge of Five Nights at Freddy's are coming into this and they're going, wait, we just threw in a whole bunch of stuff and I don't know what's going on. So, like, we're causing a muddled storyline and confusion at the same time for two different moviegoers, and that creates in like a movie chaos that's going on in the theater, like because you've got two people going, I don't know.
And then you get the fandom going cray cray.
Well, yeah, they're
Yeah.
going crazy, but at the same time, like, I still left that going, I kind of understood what the purpose was, but at the same time, I'm also sitting back going, but why did we throw random people into this?
Right.
Like
Right.
the ghost adventurers. Woo, we're ghost adventuring. Like, granted, I get that we needed, Charlotte to come out and, come to life somehow and, and all that jazz, but
I
at the
also
same
don't think it
time,
had to be the ghost hunters. Like, I don't know.
it didn't. It
Like
didn't have to be the
I feel
ghost
like Michael
hunters.
could have grabbed someone else.
Oh, I know
Yeah.
exactly why. It was just for a body count, just for the movie to have a body count.
Yeah,
Fair.
yeah. But
That's fair.
but I'm just saying like that if you take that scene out, but you want her to come to life, like anything could have triggered it
I
at
mean, I
any
guess to
point.
be fair, it also goes because like us who know the games and know how dangerous these creatures are, but if it's someone who is brand new to it, they don't understand the weight and like what the abilities are of these creatures that we're seeing. So, I guess that's probably why we have that like as yes, body count, but also information for people who are not familiar with who these characters are.
Perhaps so. There you go. So, oh god, what's the next point I was gonna make actually?
I don't know, you tell us.
Well, I can't remember the next point. How about I jump into maybe another nice thing I'll say about it too?
Ooh,
Another
another nice
compliment?
thing.
Yeah, I mean I can't believe I'm saying this, but the movie actually has some solid sound design.
Actually, yeah.
Particularly Mangle. The sounds Mangle made was actually in my ears cool. And also, I'm gonna say this right now, but while I mean I'm not actually scared, but is this the first? I think this is the first time Balloon Boy has ever been kind of creepy. Kind of creepy, only kinda.
I like that he wasn't just like the tiny one, the tiny
Mm.
little
Yeah.
balloon boy. He was actually a big balloon boy. And then I just thought it was also interesting the tiny little puppets all around.
I wonder if that's a nod to the like little Ballora things from Sister Location.
I
That's
think
the
it
first thing I
is.
thought.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Which I want them to do sister location. Like if they just did sister location alone without putting any other new things in there and just stuck to just sister location, that would be dope.
Oh, they might have already fucked that up hard.
Oh.
So, well, for one, okay, let's talk about that real quick. Fucking Circus Baby made a cameo.
I know, I saw that and I was like, would it so then that threw me off again. Like
I know,
I
it's like, why
no
are they here? They shouldn't be here right now.
but remember they did it before in the first one.
Yeah.
They had Circus Baby chilling in the back of one of the rooms with her cavity open.
Was she? I don't remember that. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah.
Her cavity was and I was like, "Okay, we like," and I thought that was just like a hint, like
Little
we're going to
fanfare.
eventually go to sister location and that's what's going to happen. And then she showed up again and I was like, "Yeah, but Charlotte's not sister, not Circus Baby," which
No.
then threw me off. And then I was
Again,
like, "Vanny's not or Vanessa's not Circus Baby," which then threw me off.
yeah, like here's the thing. This is why some things are like gonna get fucked up because William Afton has two other kids. Well, and I don't remember if Vanessa was actually William Afton's kid in the lore. I remember Vanessa came in at security breach. Now I don't give a shit about security breach, and I don't think I ever looked into it really. So I could be
Mhm.
wrong there, but
Well, Vanessa is his child.
okay.
Because Vanessa becomes Vanny, and that was like, and we'll talk about what they did to her in this movie because it's not right. Because of Glitch Trap. Glitch Trap
I remember
makes her
that.
become Vanny. And that's
I,
why that whole situation is the way it is. But yeah, she is his child. I don't
okay.
know where Michael came from. That was like, who the
So
hell are you?
so Michael, if you remember Five Nights at Freddy's 4, the big
Yeah.
brother with the foxy, that's Michael.
Oh, okay.
So it's
So
supposed to be Elizabeth who becomes Circus Baby
Circus
in the
Baby.
lore.
Right, which is
Right.
why it threw me off because we're talking Charlotte, and Charlotte is the puppet. But
Yes.
then we see Circus Baby, and I'm like, so then when we saw Circus Baby and not thinking that the kid was Vanessa, I was like, is that Elizabeth? Because they didn't say who she was, they
Sure,
just
sure.
showed her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Circus Baby's just there. There's no indication that Elizabeth is a thing, or even the younger brother who would become. Was he Golden Freddy? Shit! Who did Crying Child become? I forgot.
Who did the crying kid become?
I don't.
Um,
No, I don't think he was. I don't think he was Golden Freddy because I think somebody
mm-mm,
else was Golden Freddy definitely. Which what we got to talk about that as well.
mm-hmm.
I
Oh
don't know.
no, I don't remember who. Yeah, I would have to look it up. I remember Crying Kid too.
I gotta look that up as well. I don't remember if they was ever established who he became. So like again, everything's out of
Um,
whack. So story wise, you have so many questions because like, whoa, where does this fit in? When does that fit in? Or are you just gonna keep slowly revealing stuff that you would think you would bring up, and then like, yeah, I kind of understand why Mike's a little mad at Vanessa. Like, why don't you tell me anything? What the fuck?
Oh, Crying Kid was actually the victim of Bite of 83. He's
That
the
I know.
yeah. Yeah, so he should become um Fredbear, right? Doesn't he become
Well, yeah,
not
but like
Freddy, but
not Freddy, but
he becomes like the first Fazbear.
yeah, Fredbear, yeah. But except I mean, see, this is why Five Nights at Freddy's lore is so weird because, like, sometimes
Oh yeah.
it's established that Fredbear is Golden Freddy, actually, though. But that wouldn't make
Mhm.
sense because then you got Cassidy, who we'll talk about in a little bit too. Like, wait a minute, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I need a refresher on some of the lore of the series. Actually, I really do. Well, anyway, look, we're gonna get away from that because we're gonna go on a whole tangent trying to figure out the main series. Actually, we gotta talk about this damn movie. Look, the movie had good sound design, and I actually liked hearing Balloon Boy's laugh in the distance as he closed in.
Yeah, that was
I
cool.
also, Mike was in a genuinely authentic setup of the FNAF 2 office, actually. No doors, two vent. Although it made me laugh that there was a big button that said light over it. I'm like, the fuck? Why would that be there? I know it's authentic, but come on. But also, like, credit where credit's due, because like, Balloon Boy showed up in the game, he
Mhm.
disables like your lights and stuff like that. In the movie, he was like messing up with some electronics and everything like that. So, they got that right. Why
I
am I
thought
getting
it
late
was
to this movie?
really funny the whole time he's sitting there and he's trying to like do the hacking and stuff, and he's like, "Why would they not put a door on this?" Like he just kept saying it over and over, and I'm just like, dude.
That's what we all thought when it first came out. And
Yeah.
then the fucking mask. The fucking mask.
Oh my. I wonder if this will work.
There's no way that would work.
Yeah, right? He
It's
picks it
so
up and it's like
it's so dumb. But it's like it's accurate, but it's dumb because the game establishes why you need to do that. The movie doesn't. He
right,
just does it on a whim.
right.
Although
He
I
just
will
looks
admit,
at it and he's like, I guess I'll try it.
and then it just worked. It worked. Although it was neat to see from the POV of the withered animatronics that they see that they
Mhm.
fuck off, but the game always established that Foxy was a little twitchy and why it may not work on him, and we saw a first person view of it and why it wouldn't work. So I was like,
Yeah.
hey, that was neat actually. So like the movie like got that stuff right.
Well, and I like the fact that they did the cupcake. Cupcake came through the vent, and that was part of the game because like that was like the whole thing
Yeah.
because you had to like
Well,
shove it, like try to like prevent Cupcake from getting at you and
yeah, withered
everything.
Bonnie too.
Yeah, yeah.
Where did shit. So like you had a nice little section of actually Josh Hutcherson being in Five Nights at Freddy's too.
That was cool, and I really did enjoy that, and I thought it was, like, actually very authentic to what
Yeah.
the
They
game
made
was, like, what the game is, you know?
the set alone was like really close to it, which was nice.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it
Did
was
anyone
really
see
cool.
Shadow Bonnie? Did anyone see Shadow Bonnie?
I did not see Shadow Bonnie.
Oh, I was hoping somebody caught that. I know I'm not
I missed
crazy.
it.
I know I saw him.
no,
I know
I'm
I
gonna be
saw him.
honest. I watched this at home, so like while I was working, so I definitely didn't get to see that cue.
There was a moment where
Where was he?
Mike was in the office, and right
Uh-huh.
before he shined a light down the hallway, if you look where Shadow Bonnie typically stands, I swear he was there. I
He
know
could
I
have been,
can't
and I
be.
just missed it.
I was like, I was looking. I was like, wait a minute. Did I just hold on a second? I know I'm not crazy. I need to go to
I
TikTok.
wanna
Somebody spoil it. I need to figure out if I was correct if I saw that. Why am I being so nice to this movie right now? What the fuck? No. This movie's fucking
Yes,
dumb, and I don't like.
yes, Shadow Bonnie was there.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew I saw it. It was so quick, and I was like, "The fuck? Did I just see that?"
Maybe that's why I missed it, because it was so quick, and
Yeah,
I
it was
just
quick. That's why I'm like
yeah.
questioning it because I'm like, "Did I see that?"
Mhm.
That's cool though.
Yeah.
That is cool.
The, Jesus Christ, the movie really did do its homework, actually.
Like there's a
Maybe they
lot that,
learned.
but that goes back to the thing is like there are things that this movie and even the first movie do really well. But then it's taken a like by the end of the movie though, those things are kind of like okay, they're there, but like how much of it do I remember or care about because of everything else they put into this movie that wasn't necessary. And that is where
Mhm.
my
Like,
problem is with
Like
the film. There is two films happening inside of one film.
yeah.
yeah, that's true. I don't know. Admit.
It's a film inside of another animatronic.
There you go.
In a way, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's like, why did we have a science fair? You know?
Why is Dennis
Also,
Nedry such an ass?
yeah, I was about to say,
Right?
can we talk about her teacher for a second though? Like that man deserved his death. Like, oh my god,
Like
him
the
breaking
actual,
I was like,
her breaking
Jurassic
her
Park
chica, him
punch,
breaking the
dude?
chica though. Oh my god,
bruh.
No, but seriously, the whole time he did that, I was like, Jurassic Park much. Come on, guy. You're doing your Jurassic Park
he
right
was
now.
typecasted. Let's be honest.
True. Why were a lot of adults actually assholes in this movie too? Especially in the beginning. Like the fuck, a kid's
Mhm.
asking for help. Like the what the
Oh,
hell's
I
wrong with
know
Oh
y'all?
my
that
god,
was so
that
unauthentic.
yeah, that actually made me more upset than anything. Listening to
Same.
parents tell her to basically F off. I was like,
When a
wow.
child, I've never seen an adult when a child comes up frantic like that. Just like adults are talking, bye bye, and like crap, like
Go tell your
wild.
dad.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
then look what happened. Poor, poor little
But
Charlotte was murdered.
Yeah, I was when that happened, I was like, what the fuck?
right.
And maybe
So
who
speaking
knows?
of,
Maybe that's just to fuel why the animatronics hate adults.
yep, that I mean it's a little like too on like the it's too forcefully on the nose, but like
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah, but still.
Yeah.
Speaking of Charlotte though, because we actually haven't talked too much about the puppet.
No.
So like the puppet is actually the main antagonist of this movie.
Did you guys enjoy when she took over other people?
Okay, and oh fuck, I keep saying nice stuff about it. Do I kind of like this movie? No, I don't. Li- Listen, but puppet possessed people was actually a creepy visual. It genuinely was. I stand by that. It was actually a creepy visual, if you ask me.
It was creepy, but at the same rate, I looked at it and I was like, I don't understand what they're trying to get at
I
with
You
know
it.
know
it's
what?
like a play of puppeting. I'm puppeting this person.
Right,
But
right. Because the puppet master, like the whole thing was that she controlled, the animatronics when they came
yeah,
up. And that was like the whole purpose of her. But like the possession of just seeing Abby as the puppet, even though Charlotte's in there, was like weird.
Yeah, weird choice, but I did like the design. But also, that's another freaking change because, like,
Mhm.
like, so the puppet's importance isn't that the puppet's the main antagonist of the second game. The puppet's
No.
importance that she actually is the reason the other animatronics come to life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like,
Which
that's a complete different change now.
And I was gonna say, like, even though, like, she controls them when they come on stage, like, I felt like that could have been like, they could have leaned into that a little harder in terms
yeah.
of, like, the actual horror of side of this film, and they didn't.
Yeah.
Well, they tried. They tried to lean into
Yeah,
it when she got
not well.
Vanessa and and she got Vanessa and she got her to put the code in to,
Sure,
lower the,
sure.
the force field that's keeping them inside, and then she controlled them and told them what to do, but at the same rate, it was kind of like that felt very forced to do it as
Mhm.
opposed to what we see in the games. So like it was like kind of like a forced we tried.
Yeah. So yeah, there's that. Also, almost forgot the fact that the toy animatronics have voice actors and actresses from Megan Fox voicing Toy Chica, and the king, the god, the researcher of Five Nights at Freddy's himself, fucking Matt Pat voicing Toy Bonnie, and Kellen Goff or Goff, I don't know how to say his last name, voicing Toy Freddy actually
I don't remember. Do they talk in
in the game.
the toys in the game? Yeah.
They voice acting didn't start until Sister Location, but
That's what I thought.
yeah, but from the 1 through 4, no. The only thing you ever heard was either breathing or some very eerie groaning from them.
Yeah, okay.
Mm.
That's what I thought, but I couldn't remember if they did put anything in there. And then like once they got to like security breach, it was like full on everybody's got voice lines.
Yep. And that's another thing I don't like about now FNAF because I liked when they didn't actually talk. It made them more creepy.
I didn't mind Security Breach just because it did kind of like make it a different take on it and to make it I felt like Security Breach was the game to like for kids who maybe like the FNAF franchise, but they don't want to do the super scary stuff that the first ones have because it is scary if you think about it
Yeah,
with the
that's
jump
fair.
scares and stuff. So like they made this one to kind of like give them something to play and have a good time. It's no different than Into the Pit. I mean, have you seen that one?
I know of it,
Or In
but
the Pit
yeah,
or The
I know
Pit?
of it.
I don't know.
Yeah, but
'Cause
yeah,
that's what
I
the
get it.
whole location reminded me of when they showed like all the things that were at the location. I was like, "Oh, this is like they took some ideas from the pit that we had that came out."
Yeah, these movies go through a lot of areas of the franchise, hardcore.
Mhm.
So yeah, they have voice actors, and also freaking Skeet Ulrich is in this movie as well. Odd casting. He's not who I would have guessed you would cast as Henry Emily, but somehow his delivery it's his delivery that I feel like makes it work. Like I don't look at Skeet and think scientists who designed the animatronics and stuff like that, but his voice
Sure.
has that deadpanness to it that we hear in the
Mhm.
games actually.
Yeah.
So I mean, I like seeing that Matthew and Skeet are in the movie together again, so that makes me happy there at least. But other than that, shoot. And then when we get like towards the end, another hardcore reference to the game actually is the fact that one of the spirits of the kids comes to let Abby know, like, we can't stay in these bodies, we gotta leave. But then he
Thank
leaves
God.
the yeah. Yeah, thank God. But he leaves
Abby,
saying, hey,
end this chapter. God.
but he leaves and he says, like, listen, like once I'm gone, I can't hold him anymore. And he's gonna come back and he's stronger, and then disappears. And then it hit me, it's
Mhm.
like, oh my God, that's Cassidy. That's the most vengeful kid who literally after Afton is dead, keeps him in hell. Because literally, I'm pretty sure everyone agrees that the game Ultimate Custom Night is played from the perspective of William Afton, and he is stuck in hell, reliving every time he dies from an animatronic. Actually, like that is all
Mhm.
custom. That's what Ultimate Custom Night is, and it is Cassidy who is keeping him there. Like I'm not letting you go. Like I'm pissed that you killed me. Actually, and I
Yeah.
thought, whoa, they referenced that. God damn it! I can't. Only kinda, okay? This actually pisses me off. This makes me so goddamn mad, actually. I was so ready to hate it. I didn't want to watch it. I only did it for you guys and everything like that. Don't get me wrong. This movie's fucking stupid, and I hate a lot of stuff about it. but it did so much homework. It has enough nods and references to stuff that I know.
Yeah.
It makes it kind of fun. Only kind of
Mhm.
though.
See, that
I guess
Yeah.
think
totally
of
I
hate this
how
movie.
fun it would be if they just did a better main story.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, don't get me
yeah.
wrong, the bad stuff in this movie does make it like hard to like it. But the amount of stuff that I notice and I do give credit for kind of make it a bit more easier to watch. I
Mhm.
actually
Fair. No, that's
maybe
fair.
turn it back on and watch it another time. I will not do that for the first movie. That's not happening. But this one,
No,
maybe I would.
I felt like this one, they did more homework into it than the first one. Like the first one, they did some. They
Hmm.
did. They didn't, they didn't give us, they didn't put things in there that we just didn't know. They did some homework, but I feel like this time around they were like, you know what, we're really gonna think about what we're putting in for nods, and I thought that was really smart. Then they still did some stupid stuff. Like, for instance, Mike going to the first pizzeria and yelling and telling the kids that they need to come and help. Like, I was like, what is this
And
crap?
and then the original animatronics come in like fucking superheroes. Like the fuck?
Right. I was
The fuck?
like, like I'm sitting here going, Avengers Assemble? Like, are we doing this now?
That's what I was like, what they're superhero? What the fuck is happening now?
Also,
Right.
Like,
they like apparently hate adults, but like, yeah, let's listen to this adult.
Right. We hate this. We hate adults, but it's cool. We're gonna save Abby
I don't know.
and
Maybe it's
Abby's
because
brother.
Mike is actually just a cool adult. They were like, you know what? You cool, I guess. Maybe I don't. It's dumb. I don't like
And
that
he
aspect,
walks in,
but
he
I don't
literally
like.
walks in and he's like, I don't like you people, but you know what? I've come to like you. You're cool. Can you just help me with this situation that I'm in? Because I
But,
can't do anything.
Five Nights at Freddy's 2 has so much bad, but I guess the fan in me is just happy with how much homework they did,
Sure.
and,
Fair.
and to a point where the ending actually not the stuff with the puppet, not that. The stuff
Yeah.
where they find Springtrap, yes.
Oh, yeah, yeah. The
So
end
Mm.
cutscene. Mhm.
a couple of people go in there. The place is going to be demolished, and they mention a haunted attraction. And I was like, "Oh, FNAF 3." And they
Mhm.
find Afton's body, aka they find the Springtrap. We don't see him yet. We get the slightest glimpse of him under that tarp where his eye lights up, and you can sort of see it.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh shit!
Yeah,
Oh
he's coming
shit!"
back.
My favorite in Springtrap is my favorite animatronic. He really is.
Mhm.
So shoot, like the amount of homework in some aspects, like the movies really switch up the lore of from the games and stuff like that to the point where like, whoa, how is Circus Baby gonna fit in this? How like because Mike Schmidt and Michael Afton, like depending on which area of the lore you look at or which direction you take, technically we're actually supposed to be the same person.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
Michael, after the death of Crying Child, his younger brother, he was hella guilty about it. Like seeing hallucinations of Fredbear and well, his brother in the form of Fredbear and stuff like that. He was on a redemption arc to a degree, actually, too, trying to like figure out what happened to my father or what were you doing. Like, if they're gonna adapt Sister Location, then oh shit, this is gonna get so messy because if you ask me, Sister Location was officially the big. Well, no, FNAF 4 low key was the beginning of the end, but Sister
Mhm.
Location for me threw everything out of whack, completely out of whack and stuff like
Oh,
that.
yeah. It was
Because
it was a
like,
hot mess, but in
oh
a
yes,
good
it was.
way.
Yeah, I suppose. But like, shit, Michael's gonna get scooped. Ennard's got to be a thing now, and then like, if these movies end, eventually, like, it has to end with FNAF 6 actually.
Mhm.
Which is Pizzeria Simulator, but you know you gotta do the salvage and everything like that, where they trap them in animatronics and officially burn them. Where Henry gives that epic line saying, "One of you, the pits of hell has opened, so don't keep the devil waiting, old friend." I really hope we get to hear that line. So like low key, I'm,
But I also, like, part of me wonders, so the puppet comes behind Vanessa and
Mhm.
and basically takes her, and she's supposed to technically become Vanny. But what's confusing about that is that that's not what really happens. And so I'm wondering how they're going to throw in Glitch Trap, because Glitch Trap is honestly a really cool character also.
Well,
And
Afton has to die first, I believe. I believe Afton has to die first for that to happen.
Right. But like if they're already sort of introducing her in a weird way because technically that's what she's kind of becoming is Vanny. But
Mhm.
like it's just not the right way to do it.
Yeah, there are changes made and stuff like that, but maybe it's
I have
harder
a
for
feeling.
us.
If I had to think about how their brain works, I have a feeling that they're gonna do Springtrap and Glitchtrap, and they're both gonna be alive in the same realm, in the same world together.
We'll have to
Because
see if we
well, I just have this feeling because like
With like what
especially
they've
seeing
set
that
up so
ending.
far.
Yeah. Because that's how they're setting it up. They're setting it up with Afton coming back as Springtrap, but then Vanny being coming out.
we will see. We will have to see how that whole thing
Yeah.
goes actually. But well, first we got to get through the FNAF 3 stuff actually because I actually wonder are they going to do the Phantom animatronics?
Oh, that's a good question.
And
That'd be kind of
seeing
interesting.
seeing like how the first film kind of established that Afton had control over the spirit of the kids and stuff like that, I wonder if he'll summon them again, and that's what's going to cause Phantom animatronics.
It could.
Maybe.
And if they keep these going, oh god, I wonder if they'll do the Nightmare animatronics. I kind of want to see a live action version of that.
I'd like
I
to.
actually
I
look
think
do.
Dreaded's becoming a fan.
Shut up. Listen, let me say this right. I'll say it like this: this movie is still stupid as shit. I only kind of like it because of the amount of homework and references thrown that it just makes it fun.
Yeah.
And the only reason I kind of want to see more, not because I like it, I'm just more
You just
curious
wanna
of
see what they
how they do.
pull.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want to see how they do it,
Like
and
Yeah.
what
it'll
are we building towards? Because
exactly.
some shit don't make sense.
Right.
Yeah, it's
You
a
got
little
me
bit. It's a
curious, but I am
curiosity.
concerned.
Yeah,
Well, and
that's
I
the best way to
also
say it.
yeah. But, like, I'm concerned about Circus Baby because
Yeah.
we haven't seen well, and I am concerned because I do like Circus Baby. Like, in a weird way, I really do like Circus Baby because her backstory is just so incredible, and, like, you feel bad for Elizabeth because all she wanted was ice cream.
Oh, I got it. What if Abby becomes Circus Baby?
Oh,
Hey, that means she
no! No.
does.
Oh. You know, I did think that that's what they were gonna do
I
the
weirdly
first
don't
time.
hate it.
No, but, like, it was weird, like, in the first one, I thought that's what they were trying to do with her, was make her
I see.
circus baby because of the cavity opening and
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
everything,
yeah.
and then they didn't, and I was like, "Okay, good, because that's supposed like, that is Elizabeth."
At this
And
point, I just want Abby gone so bad I'm fine with it.
no, but if we make her an animatronics, she can come back. Like, we just need to, like, send her off to, like, boarding school
As
so that
long as
she
she's
can't
I
come.
just need her to not be like the main driver of the plot.
I agree. I agree. It did feel like it was less Mike and more her
And
on this
I
one.
care in both movies I care way more about Mike.
Well, yeah, because that's what you come to care about in the games,
Right.
is that Mike is the main person and
Yep.
we're going on this journey with him and he is learning about these animatronics and what the lores are behind what happened to these with these animatronics.
Mhm.
So like you've come to realize he is your main person and then they come out with this movie and they say, here's
Here's
Abby, enjoy.
Abby.
And
Don't
you're
get this
like,
damn kid out of here.
wait, I have questions.
So yeah, well,
Hmm.
all we can do now is just say we'll see where things go next. Is there anything I forgot to bring up? I don't
I
think there
know
was
for me,
actually.
if I keep talking, I'm just gonna talk in circles of everything I've already said. But if you guys have more to say, that's totally fine.
I
Fair
was trying
enough.
to think if there was anything else that stood out to me in the movie that
Oh, Corey
yeah.
Kenshin's in the movie again.
Oh, well, there we go.
Not.
I forgot about that. That's actually a funny scene. He pick up the same kid and another goddamn animatronic. Ugh.
I need to quit this job.
I kind of want to hate, but I just don't. I just can't. I don't know. I have mixed feelings now.
It's a love hate relationship for sure.
Yeah, and it's not even because I dislike Corey Kenshin. Actually, it's just My wife has a celebrity crush on the man, so now I'm just kind of a hater.
Oh, man.
Hey, if she can hate Shakira, I can hate him. So what do you want?
Oh, fair points, fair points. Yeah, I think
So
we
So,
that
hit all the main things regarding references to the game and the lore versus what was in the movie. So I think
and then
we're
how we
good.
kind of felt about it. So,
mhm.
Hmm.
uh, Kitty, since you are our special guest, would you like to give us your rating out of 10 for this film?
Sure. All right. So my rating is going to be based on the fact of like I do give credit where credit is due, and I do feel like they, thought. However, it was kind of overwhelming as somebody who, like, I'm not as versed as Dreaded is, and that's okay, but I am sort of versed, in the lore, and I feel like it was still overwhelming for somebody who has at least some knowledge to go into it, going, okay, I
Hmm.
understand what we're doing here. So, but I do give them credit for the fact that they thought about like certain things, like how the room where the office was gonna be, and the fact that the freaking mask was there, which is still hilarious to me, and the puppet, and the whole thing with like what happens with Vanny and all that stuff. So I thought that was really good. So I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 10.
Okay.
All
How
right.
about you, Dreaded?
I'm a little stuck at the moment. This movie is stupid as shit, and it has a lot of stuff that I don't like. But like I said, all the references in the homework done just makes it a bit more bearable and fun, actually. And when that, like, it made me kind of want to see more of the series, to see how they handle things, and to see a live action Springtrap. And I'm thinking about Springtrap so much, I might play Dead by Daylight and just play as him. Spoiler alert: he's a lot of fun in that game.
Nice.
Like, don't get me wrong, the movie is still hella stupid, but does have charm. So I guess I don't hate it as much as I thought I was gonna hate it. So how about I give it a 5? I think a 5 is fair, which means I'm gonna switch where
That's
it's on
fair.
my list.
Yeah, so I'm actually right there with you, Dreaded. There is with this film, I think there is a lot of good in here. I think they're like the seeing what they're trying to include from the lore. Because I'm kind of like you, Kitty. I know quite a bit of lore, but I'm not Dreaded level. Um, but
Yeah, we're
it's
not your level, Dreaded.
but
Get on my
there is
level, y'all.
also so much unnecessary bad in this, and that includes the first movie as well, though I'm not obviously that's not being lumped into this rating. But like there could have been so much better. Abby was never a character we needed. Mike could have just still been looking for his brother that went missing, and that was the only sibling attachment we needed. And I really really cannot stress enough how much Abby brings down this score for me. If Abby wasn't present, we didn't have the like animatronic friendship, my rating would probably be like a 7. Who knows? Maybe even more. I don't know for sure. But right now it's sitting at a
Mhm.
5 because of what they gave us.
There you go.
Yeah, we're pretty on point with each other, so
Yeah. I
Yep.
think we
So we
were
can
the
all
last
agree at least.
for the first film too.
So we can all agree better than the first film.
definitely better than the first one. I felt like the first one was just they didn't know what to do. I felt like it was like, okay, we're testing the waters, we're trying to figure this out. We're not really sure what to put where.
It's one of those things where it's like, yes, better than the first film, but
But still not good.
like,
Oh
not
no,
even
still
not
not
even
good.
that, but at the same time, there are things that I like a lot better about the first film than this film. And that, to be fair, okay, maybe not a lot of things, but the main thing that I like about the first film over the second film is that we get more Mike, and Mike is more important in the first film compared to this one. And though he's still important, just not as important as
Mhm.
Abby.
Yeah, there you go.
Cue the massive eye roll. So,
Cue massive eye roll.
So yeah, there you guys go. That is our thoughts on Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I can't believe I didn't hate this movie. I was ready to hate it. It's like Sonic the Hedgehog all over again.
all right. Well, with that, everybody, our show it has come to its end, and we want to thank you, French Kitty, so much for joining us. We love having you here on the show because she has been part of many other reviews. She's done Borderlands with us. R.I.P. that show. Um, she's done the first Five Nights at Freddy's. I know you've done a couple others, and they're eluding my brain at the moment.
Hocus Pocus.
Thank you, Hocus Pocus, and it's lovely to have you in the show. But if you can, please let everybody know where they can find you. We know you're on Twitch, we know you're on YouTube, but where else can they follow you?
Duh, over on Techries. Because, that's where Morgan and I do like the coolest stuff ever, where we talk video games all day, every day, and all that tech news that we got going on. That's right. We are mad dashing over there. This weekend, though, I do want to say if you're going to tune in on Sunday, we are interviewing Nam Zombie. And he is nominated for 2 different awards for 2 different awards showcase things that he's on, which is going to be fun. And Morgan and I are going to play RV There Yet as we interview him. So that'll be interesting to see how Morgan does.
It's my first time playing the game, and I'm running the show. Woo!
And there's already a new map that they've added to this
I saw
game.
that today. I saw that.
Yeah. He sent it over to Shirtless and he was like, we didn't even finish the first one. I'm like, I know. But yes, I'm also over on YouTube and Twitch on my personal FrenchKittie. I will be there on Friday. So
Perfect.
probably
Well,
playing Phasmo, I have a feeling.
Yeah. It's holiday time.
Oh.
3 new
Alright,
ghosts. 3
There
new
you go.
ghosts.
Ooh. All right. Well, real quick before we leave, we just did get a hydrate. Thank you so much. Cheers. And now that I'm hydrated for the outro of this video, everybody, we want to say thank you so much for tuning in to our movie review of none other than Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I'm Morgan, that's Shredded, and that is our lovely special guest, FrenchKittie. And with that being said, everybody, please check us out on YouTube, on Twitch, where you can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Blue Sky. So go and follow us on all of those places. Also Threads. I don't think I said that one. Um, but go give us a follow. That way you can know when we're going live and what we're reviewing next. But until then, everybody, don't forget the popcorn, and we'll see you next time. Have a good night.
If you forget the popcorn, you will be possessed by a puppet.
Oh no.